始まっちゃったな。グリードフォールをやっていきます。でかっ。字幕でかっ。
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There. Now, hold the pose.
そう。どうしようかな、これ。これちょっと女性でいきたいねんな。グリードフォールは、ちょっとね、ゲームの出来としては、まずまずのはずなんだけど、合う合わへんはちょっと、ちょっと、とんがったゲームなんで、合う合わないはあるけど、合う人は面白い、普通に面白いゲームのはずなんですけど、日本語ローカライズが、噂では、なんか、ひどい出来、日本語翻訳がひどい出来らしいっていうことで、そこでだいぶ評価を下げて、ちょっとクソゲー一歩手前みたいなことになってて、だいぶもうすでに値崩れしてたんで、買ってきましたっていうことです。もともとね、ちょっと欲しかった、やりたかったんだけど、これで買える。ドラゴンエイジに似てるらしいんですよね。これかな。このちょっと、勇敢な顔に。顔。ああ。なるほど。顔はこれでいいな。髪のバリエーションは少なそうやな。なんか確かにこのキャラクリからしてもすでにドラゴンエイジ臭がする。ちょっとショートにしようかな。これはなんかカメラ遅いな。これはどうかな。普通に良さそうかな。これはもう一個これか。ショートがいた。これやったらショートか、さっきの、どっちがいいかな。あれこれやったっけ。なんか違うような気がする。これはどういう。そうか、さっき見てたこれやな。これにしようかな。眉。顔はな、これがええ感じやねんけど。肌の色ちょっといじろうか。やや黒いんかな、これは。 これは髪の色。おお。どぎついな。いや、どぎつい金髪やな。これぐらいにしとこうか。ちょっと待ってよ。と。黒っぽい、これでいいか。目の色やな。これでいいか。目の色。ええ感じやな、これ。で、猿で。外観。ほんで、次のステップ。これはあなたのプレイスタイルに応じて開始スキルを選択してください。スキルツリーが開いています。進行中に他のアーキタイプのスキルのロックを解除することができます。戦士、近接、線向き。このプロフィールは戦場でのコントロール向き。技術。ああ、そっか、そういうこと。片手大型武器、神の魔法の指輪、聖子。結構この手のゲームはだいたい魔法タイプにしてたからね。今まで。どうしよっかな。戦士技術。なんか戦闘の操作性はあんまり良くないみたいやから、そうなってくるとこれにしようか。遠隔攻撃、魔法、向け。魔法で、次の自分に合ったプレイスタイルに応じて最初にポイントを使う属性を選択してください。メンタルパワー、意志レベル、MP と呪文持続時間。ちょっと待って、何が推奨やったっけ？推奨能力、科学の力、直感、メンタルパワーと意志。1ポイントやな、とりあえず。これにしよっか。いや、意志レベルにしようか。これに1振って、能力。最初のポイントを使って能力を選んでください。そ それによってあなた独自の方法でクエストをクリアし、世界を探検することができます。はあ。科学の力、科学の力、ピッキング、直感レベル、収穫できる場所が見やすくなります。収穫や戦利品として手に入れる材料や物品の数をわずかに増やします。こういうのが好きやねんな。カリスマ。商人のいいねをわずかに下げることができ、仲間の戦闘能力をわずかに上げる。カリスマ欲しいな。あ、それか、これやな。最初どっちかやな。科学の力にしとこうか。科学の力、ゲーム開始する。はい。
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lady, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We have nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry. I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Teleme and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lady. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir, truly. I must be going.
My lady, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
コンパス、画面の中央に上部に表示され、重要な場所とアクティブなクエストの目的を示しています。あら、なんか消えた。消えんの早いな、なんか今。さあ、カメラの速さはどんなもんかな。まあこんなもんか。はいはいはい。
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
字幕、さすがにでかすぎるか。ちょっと待ってよ。コントロールオプションってなんだ。あ。これはいい。この字幕サイズ、やっぱ標準ぐらいにしとこうか。標準で、通常、チュートリアル、有効、字幕、標準、オーディオ、明るさはいいと、これでいいや。保存できんのか。
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
独特な世界観を持っているアクション RPG ですね。
There are so many dead people. Even if we did find an antidote to the Malicor, I do not know if our city will ever be able to come back from it.
まあもうローカライズは、日本語ローカライズはかなり出来が悪いっていうのはもう分かりきっているので、それは分かっているので、それを差し引いてどんだけこの世界観とかがどんだけ好きかで、これを面白いと思えるかは変わってくる、だいぶ変わってくるんじゃないかな。
Green blood!
グリーンブラッドってなんや。
Kurt,
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your gold.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
武器を変更する。ちょっと待って、一時停止がこれ。一時停止。L1 を実行すると一時停止し、これがショートカット。割り当てる。戻っとこう。一時停止。アクション。技術。光。ポーション。回復ポーション。呪文。静止。何これ。3回攻撃。メインアタック2次攻撃。メインアタックってこれ。メインコード。アタック。メインアタック。2次攻撃。ターゲット。ロックオン。かわす。かわす罰か。ありゃ。あれちょっと待って、意外と難しい。はい。あなたが戦えることをクルツに証明しよう。ターゲットへのロックオン。あら。ショートカットに薬を割り当てよう。ショートカットにポーションを割り当てる。ショートカットどれや。これを割り当てる。ショートカット。どうしようかな。ポーション。どうしよう。上にしようか。で、光って何やろ。ポーションと呪文の静止。これアクション。呪文ってどうやって使うの？ちょっととりあえずはこれでいこう。で、回復ポーション。ショートカットを選んで自分自身を回復しましょう。 怒りを使う。怒り使ったけど。いやいやいや。ありゃ、死んだ。ちょっと待って、攻撃どれやったっけ？攻撃。これ。
What a green blood. Me who thought myself a competent weapons
負け
master.
た。
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics, or you risk getting your feathers plucked at the first sign of trouble.
That could definitely come in handy.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor!
おっとってなんや。冒険中に影と光の魔法を使用できます。影と光の魔法。呪縛は、敵を一時的に行動不能にできます。魔法を使った呪文は左上の青いメーターに表示されます。魔法を使った呪文は魔法を使った呪文って何やこれはちょっとローカライズが変ってのはなんかちょっとこういうことかな。魔法を使った呪文。ちょっと待ってや。どういうことや。ショートカット、静止の呪文ショートカットを設定します。これか。これを割り当てる。どうしようかな。この呪文は、上ポーションにしたやろ。どうしよう。とりあえず右にしとこうか。を変更。走行。物理的な走行レベルは体力バーのシールドに示されます。シールド。走行は物理ダメージの一部を吸収します。魔法は貫通するんだ。敵の走行を貫通させて倒す。ロックオンして、ロックオンできへん。ロックオンができへん。あれおう、マジびっくりした。おうおう。あ、怒りはボーナ ナスダメージを与える特別な攻撃を使えるようにし、敵の体勢を崩すことができる。怒りってどれや？怒り。ゲージが1レベルに達すると、キャラクターの手に視覚効果が現れます。怒りの攻撃をするには L2 を押してください。L2 が怒り。あれ出てんの？危ない。ちょ。怒り。ありゃりゃ。怒り溜まってる？怒りを使う。ちょ。はい。怒り。なるほど。結構地味な。一度戦闘から離れると武器をしまうことができます。あれ、何ボタンでしまう？
It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does. And I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
よいしょ。ボディーガードの影に隠れていることに文句を言う。一緒に来てくれて嬉しい。影に隠れていることに文句を言う。ちょっとよくわからへんけど、こっちで行くか。とりあえず最初。
On the contrary, I am thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsillon are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Don't tell me the old school teacher is competing against me. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I've no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for a celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
コンスタンティンって誰や？宮殿の前でクルツに会う。宮殿。
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child. Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition. Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about. Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill. Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure. Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to... I know. But it brings me comfort to know my daughter has left on a mission to heal her people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here. Take this with you. What is it? A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
ヒント。なるほど。これがスプリント。グラフィックの雰囲気はいいですよね。いいよね。これはまあ好みが分かれるところかな。結構グラフィックね、特別綺麗とかじゃないけど、めっちゃ綺麗とかじゃないけど、この雰囲気が好きかどうかやね。結局これは発見しました。浮遊地区で、とりあえず話すんかな、あの人。
Kurt, it's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You were right. Maybe he is already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier located?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
お、ちょっと待ってよ。チームの仲間、チームに追加するクルーツ。クルーツは接近戦が得意で重い装甲をつけて戦います。クルーツは全ての近接武器。アクションコミットメント、バランスポーション。特別な攻撃、武器による特殊攻撃。信頼関係レベルが疑わしいになっているな。とりあえずチームに追加する。確認して終了。クエストローグ消えた
I've been asked to pay
消えた。
visits to the ambassadors of Ptolemy and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it is certainly worthy of inspection.
R3 に従ってください。R3 に従ってください。セレマの大使にあなたの出発を告げる。クルーツはついてくんのかなこれ。ちゃんと。R3 押し込む。何もならへんの。押し込む。あら。何もなれへん。まあいいか。あれクルーツついてくるくるな。ちょっと画面暗いかな。こんなもんか。でも通行に。
Greetings, Your Excellency.
はい。
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
貴族や貴族。走れ。 アイテム的なのはないんかな。まだないか。ちょっと気持ち動きがカクカクしてんなこの人。はいはい。
Oh, hello, Your Excellency. It is an honor.
こっちかな、こっちかな。ああ、R さんに従ってくださいってどういうことやろ。 R さん R さん押しても何にもなれへんねんけどな。長押しでマップ、これで地図で、これはこれ何や、セレマ大使館、はてな、あれ、ああ、はてないっぱいあるけど、これどういうこと。とりあえずはまあ今チュートリアルやろうから、とりあえずはそこに向かえと。こっちがね、なんか気になるな。なんかおかしなってるやん。ああ、なんかその病気的な。あ、王子の広場や。
Have a nice day, Madam.
ちょっと待って、この街ボロボロやねんけど。あ、ここやったんやな。ブリッジ同盟の大使館。で、右がセレマ大使館。後ろ、居酒屋。で、港湾地区。とりあえず、大使館に行ったらいいんかな、ここ。はい。で、これは誰や、サヒン大使。
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Teofredi. My cousin Constantine is taking office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
フォローしますって何やろ。質問する。ブリッジアライアンス。ブリッジアライアンス。何やそれ。
Would you be so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of her allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Saad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquering our neighbors. But our ancestors quickly realized that the union had also strengthened us economically and culturally. And of course, exchanges in knowledge were strongly encouraged from the outset. Today, it is by no means an overstatement to claim that the Bridge Alliance leads our world in science and exploration. Each day, we push the limits of our understanding further in each and every domain.
ちょっとブリッジアライアンスはよくわからへんかったな。商人会との関係。
Could you give me your understanding of the relations between the congregation and the bridge?
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our trade and commerce. The exchanges are very profitable, especially on the cultural front. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite some time. But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means you also trade with our enemies.
And what of your war with Thélème?
It has been dragging on. In fact, it has been dragging on for years. It is madness. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, we wouldn't be in this situation. But that's the way of the world. We shall not waver, whether here or on Tir-Fredi.
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been told, Thélème has wisely and tastefully built their colony far from our city. Direct conflicts are in fact quite rare. But one day they will inevitably take place.
ティアフラディ。ちょっと待ってよ。ティアフラディ。
The Bridge Alliance has been on Tir-Fredi for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest city, around 15 years ago now. Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have reported to me. It is a luxurious island. An enormous dead volcano thrones in its center. The vegetation is extremely varied, and the fauna wondrous. We discovered animals that we had never ever seen before. Some are bigger than houses. But they're not the only occupants of the island. A savage and crude people also live there, who speak an incomprehensible language. But you shall discover all of this for yourself soon enough.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
なかなかサヒン大使の話は難しいな。上は行けるんかな。行かれへん。
Hello, my lady.
よし。これ長押しかちゃうな。R さんがよくどうしても分からへん。よいしょ。こっちやな、セレマの大使に。あなたの、なんてなんてあなたの出発を告げる。よし。アントニウス。なんとか、なんやこれ。わからへん。アントニウス。
Good day, Excellency.
いや、話す。
Lady de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tir-Fredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that, but I'm sure that my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You were hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
フォローしますって何やろ。あ、追跡する。ああ、追跡できたんかな今ので。フォローってそういうことか。
Could you tell me anything about Thélème?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Thélème are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
今これやったっけ。ちょっと待ってよ。神と。
What is your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Thélème, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only two complaints: that heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
How is Thélème faring on Tifredi?
We built a marvelous city, San Matthias, on the western coast of the island. Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet? Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining our sacred faith. Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance. There is talk of a demonic cult. Disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
Bridge Alliance.
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front. Without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have? These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Tirfredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, Desade.
いいよ。あれ？さっき来たとことまた別やんな。違うよな。密輸業者を見つける。
The merchant is there. There are some days when you'd rather get drunk all day than have to suffer through this again.
Good day, my lady. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refuse to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, madam. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, madam. I'm just an agent, and I'm only obeying orders.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendants seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders? Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You were demanding a second payment, but refused to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
直感魅力的に 金庫系で脅す。
I don't think you understand who you were dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lady de Sardet, niece of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion and theft. You know as well as I that the Congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That's a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise without delay, unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
As you request, my lady. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise
成功し
decision.
たんかな、なんかはよ
Thank
く
you.
わからんけど。
I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
よいしょ。
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's niece. All is in order. We will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship. Not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
ちょっと待ってや。これは。これ、矢印何これ。ああ、なるほど。なるほどね。客室乗務員について彼に最後に会ったのはいつだ。
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords?
やばい、
I don't
眠たく
think
なってき
so,
た。
but it's difficult to be sure.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. Might I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
言い過ぎないようにする。
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Teleme's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Nords. No one else may enter.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is seaborn. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a Captain Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
There.一回、保存しよう。ロードオプション保存の。できたかな？これな。よいしょ。ちょっと、やばい。すごく眠たくなってきた。今回ちょっとここまでにしとこうかな。まあ、ローカライズ、日本語翻訳は、まあまあ、やっぱり、噂通り、かなり頑張って読まないと理解できない感じですね。まあ、でも、このローカライズに目をつぶることができれば、こうなんかこういう雰囲気とか、世界観が好きな人はまあまあ楽しめると思いますね。もう安くなってきたんで、もうちょっと安くなると思うし、まあ安くなってから気になる人は買ってみてもいいんじゃないかなと思います。箱、金貨、パワーポーションってね、パワーポーション。まあ、だいぶ安くなってますけどね、もうすでに。すべてを取る。いっぱいあるんだけど。三座子、重機用。 弾薬。あ、これ、あれか。これがクエスト。大いなる出発。サイドクエスト。サイドクエストなんや、これ。新入りナウズの失踪を調べる。これ全部、サイドクエスト。あれ、これサイドなんや。で、ミッション。これなんや。なるほど。あら、これが。マップが。なんか世界は結構面白そうやな。この世界観とか、この。今のどこやったっけ？これか。これはコデックってなんや。コーデックスのことかな。なるほど。なるほど、なるほど。これコーデックスやな。まあ、いろいろ、こういうのを読んで、なんかいろいろ、この世界のこととかを理解を深めれるみたいな感じですね。このコーデックスを読むと。このコーデックスの翻訳はどうなんやろ。このコーデックスの翻訳がまだマシやったらいいんやけどな、せめて。でも、それも期待できへんかな。どうやろ。まだマシかな。ちょっと待って、キャラクター。これステータス。これキャラクター成長。ちょっと待って、これで、はいはいはいはい。わかった。そういうことね。クルツ。
Greenblood, do you need something?
寂しいと思ったことは？
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
I always do. Why, do you want to rectify this?
I hope to have kept you good company for all these years. After all, we were always together.
And these memories I hold dear. You've always been extraordinary, Greenblood, but I had to watch over you. You were my responsibility. That didn't leave us much time for friendship.
What about now?
Now? I hope that we'll have more time. Anything else?
I must leave you.
あれ、オートセーブマークかな、今のは。ちょっと待って。やばい。ここでちょっと一回やめよう。保存。はい。はい。はい。 で一回終わりにしたいと、思います。ではでは、どうもお疲れ様でした。ありがとうございました。お疲れ様です。